Welcome to the MindWalk. You may have encountered me, Mike, and I'm with
Sean.
And we were walking, and we told you to check out the MindWalk podcast, and here you are. This is going to be the MindWalk pod. Sean and I are going to go on walks and hikes everywhere, anywhere, and it's just going to be us talking and philosophizing and sermonizing and meandering. What else, Sean? What do we bring into the MindWalk?
We do sketches. We've got a musical that we're adding little musical numbers to as we go along. The capitalist dystopian nightmare. We've got Barney. He's our silent co-host that's along with us every single hike. We're mostly doing the hike for Barney, but don't tell him that his head will get big.
And don't tell him that he's a dog, because I think he just thinks he's one of us.
One of us. One of us.
Become one of us. Become one of us.
By supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah, support us on Patreon. If that's not there yet, then subscribe to this podcast. You're hearing this in the podcast. Subscribe to it now. This isn't even an episode.
This isn't it. This is just us telling you to listen to it.
Yeah.
This is it. And you know, one of the things I'll say is, like, if you just pop it on and you just go for a walk for as long as you're going to go for a walk, and then stop and then pick it up the next day, that's fine too. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. You can just have to listen to it for as long as you're walking, or riding your bike, or working at your job, or whatever it is that people do while they're listening to podcasts. What do you do while you listen to podcasts?
Ooh, I cook while I listen to podcasts.
I cook while I listen to podcasts. I do the dishes while I listen to podcasts. I love gardening with a podcast whispering in my ear.
Maybe we just put you to sleep.
Oh man, wouldn't that be great? We just you put us on and we just talk and talk and talk, and then you slip into the slumber zone and dream about walking and hiking.
Now this is being recorded during one of our little breaks that we take as we go on our hours-long hike. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours.
We're going into our 4th hour right now.
Per episode. I mean, you're going to get so much MindWalk. Right now, we happen to be near a little bit of traffic. We're not always near the traffic. Sometimes we're deep on the hill. Sometimes we're walking through Brambley stuff. You can hear the crunch under our feet.
Yeah. You could hear me chasing after Barney.
Yeah.
But he goes and, like today we had an adventure where I had to cross a murky, garbage clogged creek because Barney refused to walk on come to the side with me. So there was a little side adventure there.
So subscribe to MindWalk Pod. Subscribe to this podcast, whether you're listening to it on iTunes or Spotify or SoundCloud
or wherever you get your podcast.
And follow us on social media at MindWalk Pod. Send us an email to mindwalkpod@gmail.com. Let me tell you something, MindWalk is not even a podcast. It's better than a podcast. We'll see you in the MindWalk. MindWalk.
Cut. And Mark. And hey guys, we're back. as if we went anywhere. You're gonna get the whole thing. You're getting that whole thing plus this.
Yeah, I think this too. And maybe fade out right around here.
Sure. Oh, that's it. All we have to do is just be that exciting for 4 hours. That's all.
Hey guys, join us on the MindWalk. It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh my God!
Imagine having to keep that up for
exhausting.
that long.
Exhausting.
And isn't that what makes podcasts so horrible? When they're horrible.
Yes. They're forced, like that moment that you had back there where you're like, I almost don't care that I'm making a podcast. I'm like, yes, go there. Because I think that's where, like, all the I don't mind self-consciousness. I don't mind pretentious. I mean, the NPR is all self-conscious and pretentious, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. I can't listen to those podcasts. The thing when I was listening to NPR, when I was listening to it, is because there wasn't any other, like, voices that I could listen to, because mostly radio back in the day was just fucking music. Mm-hmm. And then Howard Stern comes along. I was a big fan of Howard Stern and all the talk radio that kind of formed around here. Do you know who Paul Harvey is? I'm Paul Harvey. Good day. He just had a 10 or 15 minute segment that was syndicated in hundreds of but he would just talk. He was just a talky guy, talk through some news stories. But I think that NPR was was what I was listening to that because what I really wanted was just to listen to it, people talking, dudes,
Yeah.
whatever, people just
Yeah,
talking.
before the podcast explosion, NPR was definitely the place to go to get audio of just people talking.
Yeah. You know, I think that's even what stand-up albums kind of were.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
early Nichols and May, you know? And now we're in an environment where you could just have a couple of guys walking for 2 to 4 hours and just go along with them, and you get to know who they are just through their conversations, and it doesn't ever have to, like, the overall gestalt doesn't happen in an individual episode, but it happens over time. You really get a true understanding of these people without it being forced and formatted and edited and sound effects, all that gross shit that I fucking hate on a podcast. I really do.
Look at the drone.
Yeah, we're
Drones
in
are flying.
the fake airfield.
Well, it's a real airfield, just for very tiny
It's a
planes.
mini airfield, yes.
It's the kind of airfield that you could eat out of a cereal box.
Aw,
Find a princess?
I did.
Who do we have here?
I don't know.
It looks like it might be like a knockoff Frozen doll,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying that because the dress is kind of blue and icy.
yeah. Yeah. It's, I'm gonna keep it. I mean, I feel like it's not obviously anybody's toy, right?
No, it's just left out here.
Yeah.
There ain't no children for miles around.
Thank baby Jesus. Thank. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Bald spots?
Yeah. She got a nasty weave. Oof. Hi, I'm Ilsa. I'm Ilsa. I'm Ilsa. So that was a mighty mind walk.
All right.
And mind walk. Hey.